Hello everybody, today I'm gonna tell you about a way to learn German and as a matter of fact any other foreign language, and I believe that is the fastest way. In addition, there will be full comprehensive list of all the resources you need. They are available online and all of them are 100% free. And probably the best thing is that you will not have to learn any boring grammar at all. In the same way as children don't learn any grammar when they learn their own language. For example, English is a foreign language for me. I use lots of grammar structures as I speak right now, and yet I would be unable to recognize or name any of them. I learned English and a couple of other languages absolutely alone at home with free resources. Okay, so here we start step by step. First of all, learn a couple of hundred just basic words. Just memorize them in any way it is convenient for you. Here is one website where you can start. For example, I like it because you don't even need to click anywhere, it talks for you.
Das Nasenloch, die Nasenlöcher, das Kinn, die Kinn, das Ohr, die Ohren.
So as you move the mouse, it tells you the various nouns in a singular and plural form. It's the same for vegetables, plants, and they have many other categories. So this is one way to start. And the other one is this playlist. It consists of 39 videos. Just memorize all the words in them. They're very good. They have English and German running at the same time on the screen. So it is super lazy. This will be the perfect basis for you. So this will take you a couple of weeks if you presumably study, let's say, an hour or 2 or 3 per day. Of course, if you really study intensively, you can do it much faster, probably even in a week. This and this. And once you're done with this, we go to step 2. Okay, step 2, we use a website called 50 Languages. By the way, they have some basic vocabulary here as well, which you could use to initially memorize all the basic words. Here everything again, it's with pronunciation.
Der Drachen, der Drachen.
And translation, so it's quite good. But the precious thing here are these audio lessons found on this page. Again, you can find easy to click link in the description of these videos. So each of these is a really good audio lesson with both English and German, altogether over 6 hours. And the full thing 99 lessons. So you click here, this is where you click, and you will download all of them for free. And you will start learning them. Everything is in those audio formats. All you need is just listen with great concentration many times, and if you wish, you can repeat. If you are too lazy, you can just listen with concentration, and you are ready with them at the point where you can hear the German and understand it without the need of translation. Then you know that you are done with this step. Here there is a link where you can download them, probably only in German. I haven't used this one. I'm still here. on this download, going through them. So this is the second step. This is a lot of material. By this point, you will be able to find your way in Germany, for example, after you complete these simple steps so far. Okay, after you're done with this, your next step is this YouTube channel, Learn German with Jenny. This is probably the best channel of its type on YouTube. So there are hundreds of videos here. They are very good, but she kind of gives too much explanation. What I have done, I downloaded all the videos, and in my video editing software, I cut only those parts that she calls examples, because all the grammar that she explains in great length throughout the video, it is usually self-evident from the examples. So what I did just saves me a lot of time. It's not that listening to her grammar explanations it's bad. I just feel that this is a much faster way. So I cut all the examples and I made 4 long videos, about an hour long, a compilation of all her videos. And I listened through these videos again and again. First I was watching them. After watching them a few times, then I understand everything, even without the need to look up the English translation, and I just listen to them again and again. And I will continue listening until I have no problem understanding what is she talking about, just easily. She doesn't use much vocabulary. Even in her so-called advanced lessons, she sticks only to basic examples usually. That is the drawback for those who are advanced, but still this remains the best YouTube channel, at least for me, to learn German the fastest way possible. So this is a lot of work. These videos, they will take you at least couple of weeks if you study German intensively, and if you study 3 hours per week, it may take you many months. I also skipped all the videos that are not like examples with translation, because I don't feel that they help me learn really fast. Okay, so once you're done with the lessons of the charming young lady Jenny, you can go to the next step, and the next step is this list of over 200 excellent videos. So you have the German here, they're talking, you have the German, and it's in English below it. This is just precious. This is the best way to learn a language. But first you will need to do the other steps before, otherwise it will be too confusing for you. It will be too difficult if you start directly with this. So what you need to do now, go through all these over 200 videos, and one new is being added every week, and get sure that you understand when they talk without looking at the English translation. If you encounter new words, and there will be some new words, because as I said, Jenny doesn't use very rich vocabulary, but here it is really from the streets. All kinds of people use all kinds of words. There will be lots of new vocabulary. You have to learn all of it to the point that when you listen at each and every one of these 200 videos, you understand it fully. And basically, if you do all this that I have described so far, you will know German. And you would have saved lots of time learning tedious grammar. By the time you finish what I have just told you, you will just know the grammar rules automatically. Maybe sometimes you will need to look up something small, but it also depends for what purpose do you want to learn German. If you just want to go to Germany and be able to talk to people, this will be enough. Although I didn't give you any exercises for talking so far, if you do everything as I told you, you will discover that by magic you can already talk German. Yes, you will be very clumsy in the beginning, you will be unsure of yourself, but you would have listened so much of it this far that it will come automatically to you. Now, if you are preparing for some particular exam, then after completing these steps, you may need to do a bit more exercise, but it won't be much because you will know how to speak, how to read, how to understand. And if you need to learn written German in particular, then the method that I described to you will be also the best basis for learning German further. And if you wanna write well, I can also tell you what is the easiest way, because that's how I did it with English. I just wrote and wrote. I copied entire stories. I wrote them down 10 times, for example. Or the words that were difficult for me, I wrote them like a few hundred times, and then you just memorize it. So why is this method that I just described the fastest? It is the fastest because you don't waste time, for example, traveling to the nearby city to go for lessons and wait for teachers and all that stuff. You can do it all at home, and then you skip all those speaking and grammar exercises which usually they give you along the way, for example in school or in all these courses. All this is done automatically along the way as you go with the method that I described. You don't need extra time for it. And also, another advantage of this method is that if you do all those grammar and speaking exercises, of course you will be making mistakes. And sometimes when you repeat a given mistake of yours a few times, you can actually memorize it, and then you will need an extra effort to unlearn it. While if you just listen to correct German all the time, you will not have this problem, because you will always have your point of concentration on correct German.